What's up, y'all? This video is a little bit different. I'm going to use a different whistle because the good people at Feadog sent me one and asked me to review it. And the one they sent me is the Feadog Pro Black. I guess that's the full name of it. It's in the key of D. And I actually had a Feadog years ago that I played for a long time, but I ended up giving it away to a student probably about a year or two ago. I liked it. It was great, but I ended up going with Gary Humphrey for all of my stuff. But they contacted me about a week ago, and they asked me if I wouldn't mind playing a tune on it and doing a review. So I thought I would. So hopefully, full disclosure, this was given to me. Hopefully that satisfies whatever YouTube credentials are necessary. But it comes in this nice little plastic package. I'm going to take it out, kind of a bit of an unboxing, although fairly simple. So we have the whistle, and we have this little informational sheet that comes with it, which, oh, it's got a couple of tunes on it. Some good starter tunes. Feadog, Cockles and Mussels, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So something good to get started on. Gives you the sheet music and the fingerings on there, fingering chart. So cool. So again, brand new out of the box. I'm going to try it. And what I'm particularly curious about is back in the old days, you used to be able to buy these whistles and Generations and others like that in stores, but you kind of have to run through a bunch of them to find one that actually played pretty well. And when you did, it was great. But because they were mass produced, they didn't always sound so great. I have a feeling that's changed because there's been some more lower cost whistles that are handmade that have come out, and I think folks are switching over to those. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was pretty solid right out of the box. So give it a quick blast. Yeah, sounds like a traditional whistle. It's got that shift, that kind of I don't know the word for it. It's just the way that the old style whistle sounded. It's got a bit of a bite to it, particularly in the higher octave. So it sounds nice. The weight's really good. That's a bit surprising. I was expecting something a bit more flimsy, to be honest. But it's solid. It feels well built, and I can see by the inside that it's brass. It's coated with this lacquer or paint or however they do that. I'm not entirely sure, but I can see on the inside it's brass as opposed to nickel. Really, just 6 1/2 dozen the other, as far as I'm concerned. But I'm going to play a tune on it, and the one I was going to play is one called Palmer's Gate. Not sure why I landed on that. It's just a cool tune. It's been coming up at sessions lately, so I thought it might work out. It's a tune in E minor. It's a reel. So I'll give it a blast, and I'll go back and break it down here. So here we go. Hey, sounds kind of cool. Sounds like an old style whistle, which is what you're going for when you're buying one of these. I think these retail somewhere in the neighborhood of like $10 or $12. I'll post a link down in the description so you can check it out if you're interested. And it sounds kind of cool. The only thing I'm hearing is on the high notes. It's got a bit of that reedy sound, and that's really just a matter of that's what the traditional sound is. I've kind of gotten used to the ones that don't have it, a bit of a more pure sound, but that's really just a matter of preference, I would say. There's loads of folks who've been playing these. Patty Maloney, most famously, who played a mass-produced whistle for years, for the longest time. And it's more about what you do with it than what the instrument is. So to my ear, it sounds like an old-style whistle, which is kind of a classic sound, and it sounds great. It's like I said, it seems well made, which is the thing that I was most surprised when I took it out of the box. It's solid, which is kind of cool. I'm not sure if the mouthpiece is loose. No, it's not. I have to run it under the tap. Typically, when you buy a whistle like this, you want to run it under some hot water so you can loosen it. That'll give you the ability to tune it a bit. But that's the only modification that I would bother making to it. So anyway, I'll go back and break down the tune. Again, starting with the A part here. Run that first half again. That's the first half of the A part. Second half is starts the same, a little bit different on the end. So you probably heard I did a triplet there. It's fairly fundamental to the tune. There's other ways you could do it, but that's kind of how I like to do it. So I'll play that second half again. All right, so the B part jumps up to the second octave, as a lot of these tunes tend to do. First half, we'll do that again. All right, so the second half, unlike the A part, the second half is different. So here we go. Do that again. I'll finish this one out because the second half does end differently. So. And there again, it kind of ends like the A part. Right. So ornaments-wise, there's lots of stuff. So right off the bat, I tend to do a slide on that B, and then basically a triple roll. So you can see that slowly. One thing I like to do on that one, and I do it a lot, it's that kind of crossing noise sound. So as I'm coming down from the B to the A, basically that's what I'm doing. So as you hit the A, the B finger pops up. Another triple roll there. There's other things you could do, that's just kind of stands out the best to me. So, and again, there's that triplet on going back up from you're going up to a D. So you can play it straight as I did when I played it slow. But the trick there is to really get it to pop. And I've demonstrated this in other videos. You just want to make that C really bounce. And you're doing it by basically hitting an inadvertent G. So the B part. So right off the bat, roll on the E, and I do that slide on the B, just start it off. Short roll there. And again. So I repeated a couple of the ornaments there that I did in the A part, but there's one thing that's a bit different. It's that kind of double cut. You combine that with a triplet, gives it a bit of a punch. So when you're doing it, it's hard to do it slow. So you're actually hitting 3 E's. Do it down on the low E as well. So that's how I like to play that tune. It's probably not a super common tune, but I'm starting to hear it more and more at sessions where I wouldn't expect it, so maybe it is making a bit of a comeback there. So I like it. It always stood out pretty well to me, so I feel like that. And check out Feadog. If you're looking for a great instrument to get started on, they're reasonably priced. They seem to be well made. Um, Again, it is a mass-produced whistle, so there is a chance that I just happen to get lucky, but I have a feeling that's not the case anymore, just because there are other options for not a whole lot more money in the $40 to $50 range. So I imagine the companies like Feadog are producing some pretty reliable stuff. And if this is any indication, it certainly sounds like it. So check them out. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers, y'all. Bye-bye.